I used to think that I was just busy or going through a phase. But after starting, stopping, restarting, and spiraling, I realized something much deeper. I have been stuck in a vicious cycle for the better half of 2 years, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Because in those 2 years, I've learned my most invaluable life lessons. That vicious cycle that I'm speaking of is the cycle of inconsistency, and it's costing both you and I much more than we think it is. You may think that you've heard every tip revolving consistency under the sun, but that's where you're wrong. In this video, I'm sharing the 5 most compelling tips and eye-opening lessons that I learned from consistently falling off track, spiraling about it, and pulling myself back together. And how now I'm finally getting back on it, hopefully for good. I've boiled down hundreds of hours of thinking and journaling into easy steps. So here we go. 1. Diligence over motivation. You don't need more motivation. You need more diligence. Motivation is fleeting, just like any other emotion. It's susceptible to bad weather, mood swings, or environmental shifts. Diligence, on the other hand, is a skill. Skills are not susceptible to bad weather. Whether it's raining or not, you still know how to play soccer. Same goes for the skill of diligence. What's even better? With skills, you can build them. What changed for me was realizing showing up when I didn't feel like it proved to myself that I could. And the more I was able to prove to myself, the stronger the skill became. So instead of waiting until you feel ready or motivated, just start small. Set a 2-minute timer, and for those 2 minutes, work on a task related to your future goal. Focusing on simply showing up every single day, building that muscle and not the output. Chances are you'll find yourself wanting to continue the task for longer than 2 minutes anyways. Starting is the hardest part, but anyone can do anything for 2 minutes. That's what discipline looks like. Tiny reps done daily. People overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a year. So get those tiny reps in today. 2. Done is better than perfect. Every time I skipped uploading because I needed just 1 more week, or I didn't have a full-fledged out idea, or I wanted my video to simply be better, I wasn't just buying time, I was breaking hard-built momentum. It is way harder to start than to simply keep going. So I've started to learn how to prioritize completion over perfection. Some weeks that may mean posting a shorter video, sharing just 1 valuable insight instead of 5. So give yourself a bare minimum version of your task each week. If life gets hectic, still try to hit that version. For example, a 1-minute video instead of skipping it completely. 3. Rehearse your why daily. You know when I am most consistent? When I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. When I feel deeply resonant and connected to my why and my craft. Your why does not have to be huge and all-encompassing, but it does have to be clear. Don't let yourself forget it, because as soon as you do, you're making room for excuses and doubts to quickly find their way in. Now I literally write my why on a sticky note on my laptop. So when I don't feel like showing up, I remember what I'd be walking away from if I didn't. P.S. If you found this video insightful so far, please leave it a like. It takes 1 second and it really helps the channel out. 4. View habits as compound interest. Your habits are like investments. The same way money multiplies through compound interest, every time you repeat a habit, you're compounding, even if you don't see the results straight away. So instead of obsessing over where you are right now, start focusing on whether your daily habits are putting you on that path towards your dream, towards success, towards whatever it is you may be working for. Remind yourself that your outcomes are literally a measure of your habits and how well you perform them and how consistently you perform them. So although 1 video today might not change your life, but how about 20 videos, 30 videos? What about 100 videos? That's how you build routines and consistency that actually sticks. View habits as compound interest. 5. Just own that you're inconsistent. This took me the longest to say out loud. I've been inconsistent for quite some time. And no change ever stuck until I finally admitted that and addressed the problem. I was ashamed, I was embarrassed that I preach consistency yet fail to hold it up myself. If you've been avoiding that truth, like I was, this is your sign to stop. Because you can't change what you don't own. Once you say it, you free yourself to start doing something about it. It becomes less personal and more of a problem that you can work to solve. So this is me saying it out loud. In this channel, it's where I'm gonna prove it to myself, and maybe to you too. It can be different. So journal one honest sentence about where you've been inconsistent and what pattern you want to break. There's a famous strategy of emotional regulation and management. Name it to tame it, so do that. If any one of these 5 tips resonated with you, drop a comment down below to tell me which one hit the hardest. I'd love to hear how you personally work through your own version of this. How do you stay consistent? How do you get up on days where you really don't want to? What gets you through? And if you want to be a part of that figuring out journey, then hit the subscribe button. Let's grow together, inconsistencies and all. I love to create videos and I really want to continue doing that. So 1 sub really helps, goes a long way, and yeah, helps me make better content for you guys. I hope you were able to get the littlest of takeaways from this video given the lifestyle that you live and the conditions that you face. As a reminder, modifications of any of this advice is completely okay. You're doing something that you can do, and that is something that you really should be proud of. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm back, and I'll catch you on the flippity flow. Peace.